Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, a movie that before it even came out, people were dogging it. They were saying, "Oh man, why is Marvel coming out with this guy looking like he's gonna be the next Peter Parker?" Um, I mean, people weren't even trying to give it a chance. I'm not gonna say everybody was like that, but majority of the people I saw, they were like just trashing the movie. Then when the movie came out, all you saw was love. It was up for an Oscar. It won. It says it right here. Best Animated Feature winner, Academy Award. It was definitely justified. The Oscar was definitely, it was definitely valid. The movie, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Now, brief little, little summary of what the movie is about. You got Miles Morales. He's a kid in high school. He goes, he's from he lives in like Brooklyn, New York, and so you see him go through school. Then he meets a girl. What does she go by? Gwanda. But yeah, she and you see his little back and forth with his mom and dad, and you also see him with his uncle. And I know a lot of people, they love the chemistry and all that with his dad, which I can respect. But yeah, it was a good little chemistry between him and his dad. I actually liked the chemistry between him and his uncle. But besides that, he had his uncle, and then just like all the Spider-Mans, he gets bit by a radioactive spider. And what was weird about when he got bit, I mean, he doesn't react a little, he just slaps it like bam, I mean, you see the little bite, you see when the little spider bites him, you think, oh snap, what's going on? He's about to react, especially, Miles, he's like a goofy, funny, dude. He kind of reminds me of, if you've seen the show Everybody Hates Chris, you can see a lot of similarities between the show and this movie a little bit, but yeah, so you have that, and so Miles, he's like the new Spider-Man. And so on the far right, you got Gwendolyn, or whatever whatever name she goes by. She's a Spider Woman. And you see her, and then you got the back where these are all like Spider Women, Spider Men, and or Spider Girl. And then you got Spider Pig. They have like different like attributes of what they bring to the table, and I like that. It didn't matter what they all look like. Everyone brought something different to the table to take down a villain. So, but that's basically like the summary of what the movie is about. And so let me just get into like a few things what I liked about this movie, because there are a lot. Or I'm gonna give a few. This movie, it has like a hip hop type of vibe to it, in which that's something that I'm glad they kind of like try to make a different twist to what like a different, like all the different Spider-Man movies you see, because it gives like that different flavor of what for this movie. And I mean, you can already see the shoes that he's wearing. He's wearing some Jordans, and you get that hip hop type of like that music, and I don't know, you got that vibe. The uncle was like, I like that they, because all the other Spider-Mans, you see Peter. Now I'm gonna bring it to the Peter Parker. The Peter Parkers, like all the you see all their all their uncles, and you see the type of personality they have, what they brought to the movies, and it was this one was a lot different than the other Spider-Man movies, and when you watch it, it's gonna like bring you back a little bit, because there's some things that his uncle tries to teach him, and it helps him like in the beginning, and then it helps him, or somewhat helps him in the beginning. You'll know what I'm talking about, especially when he's like, hey. Yeah. But Yeah, but you know, he gave him, you know, a little tip that helped him in the beginning, and I really appreciated the uncle. Oh, the art style. In the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, it took me about a few minutes to kind of like see like where the art style was gonna go, because like in the beginning, you know, it's like the characters almost look real, but then you can obviously tell it's animated, and so once you really get a grasp of what, like what's going on with the art direction and stuff, you're like, wow, this is really nice. And I heard in like the 4K version is like even better, but the Blu-ray, I mean, I don't really need anything better from me personally, but if you want to watch it in 4K, it's supposed to look even, you know, a whole lot more like better. Oh, you know, it had like, you know, some humor to it. Not overly done humor, which you know, it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't corny, you know, which, you know, I'm fine with it being like somewhat corny, you know, but it wasn't like, no, the, you know, humor didn't like make any sense. It fit. And it also was kind of funny. It had like a Stan Lee, Stan Lee made a, a cameo within the movie, and I love that they included Stan Lee. I'm glad he was in it. I'm glad he knew everything about this movie, so no one could be like, "Oh, you know, Stan Lee wouldn't approve of this." No, Stan Lee was definitely in this movie, and you know, it was something that it had me have a smile on my face when I saw it, because it fit perfectly. Um, it was actually funny. His part was actually kind of funny, and that was one of the parts where I was like, ah, that's good. And so yeah, the Stan Lee little cameo was really nice to see. But yeah, like I said, with his uncle, if you knew what the uncle taught him in the beginning, for the end, it ended perfectly. I couldn't think of anything else, like any other way me personally, I would end it. So yeah, I mean, it started good from the beginning and ended perfectly. I'm sure they're gonna come out with the second movie, and I'm gonna be here to review it. So yeah, that's my review for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and this is Watch with Woody, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.